It's time for another update, this time about the sailing vessel Theros. On February 12th, the Transportation Safety Board of Canada released its report into the disappearance of the vessel. We made a video on this occurrence when the bodies of the two sailors aboard the Theros were found in a dinghy on Sable Island. They were both deceased. That video happens to be the by far most popular video on the channel to date, so 100% a follow-up is warranted. So here's what the Transportation Safety Board was able to confirm for us. First of all, unlike what we said in the original video, the Theros was carrying an EPIRB. However, it wasn't registered to the vessel. That's why when we looked up the vessel's radio kit, no EPIRB was found. But that doesn't really matter because in this case the EPIRB did not activate. It was located near the life raft on the deck. The TSB report also confirms that the two were actually found in the dinghy, which was attached to the stern, and not in the life raft that was mounted on the deck. So we know that the AIS last reported at 12:21 Atlantic time on June 13th. The Theros then sailed on a 105-degree true course, averaging 3.5 to 4.9 knots of speed until the in-reach last reported at 16:36 Atlantic time on June 13th. That's about 34 nautical miles southwest of Sable Island. There are a couple of theories as to what happened to the Theros. The first theory was that they were run over by a cargo ship. After the bodies were found, a tanker was identified as being in the area. Based on the AIS tracks, it passed within 10 nautical miles of the Theros' last known position. The Transportation Safety Board boarded the tanker, collected the bridge recordings, and the AIS and radar logs. None of those showed any signs of the Theros, thus ruling out the collision theory. The second theory was fire. The Theros had its propulsion system replaced with an electric drive that was based on the battery out of a Nissan Leaf, which is a car. Lithium-ion batteries and salt water don't tend to mix well. The fire seems to be the most probable cause. One of the deceased was found wearing a fire-damaged flotation suit. According to the Transportation Safety Board, the suit was damaged while it was worn, as the suit was found in a condition where it could not be donned based on the damage. Looking at the photos of the Theros when it left Halifax, the dinghy was located on the bow, forward of the life raft, which was forward of the rear cockpit. It was reported that these flotation vests were worn when crew were on deck. Given that the second flotation suit was found in the dinghy, it seems probable that the fire started while one of the crew was on deck. They crossed through the burning area to make it to the dinghy forward, launching it and retaining their flotation suit. The other occupant probably boarded through the hatch at the bow, as they were conceivably inside the vessel when the fire started, and were able to escape and did not don their flotation suit, which was found in the dinghy. The Transportation Safety Board's conclusion is, quote, "The data collected is consistent with a fire on board the vessel." So that's pretty conclusive, and probably as much as we will ever know. I missed this report coming out on the 12th, frankly because I wasn't looking for it. Though this was a Class 5 occurrence, Transportation Safety Board typically takes their time to make sure that they have all their facts straight, and it's not uncommon for major incidents to wait a year or two for the final report to be released. So this answers most of the questions that I think we were ever going to get answered, and did so in a fairly timely manner.